Nicole Kernahan here. Very excited to be here. We're going to get started in just a moment. I really hope today that you are prepared to absorb some exciting new information. When I first discovered this, honestly, I thought I almost fell off my chair. This is really going to help you today to learn how to finally create a breakthrough in your business. It might sound cheesy, it might sound impossible, you might think you've tried everything, you may have a lot of business experience, but I'm telling you, the things I'm going to share with you today are different and a unique way of approaching success. So I really hope that this has the same impact on you as it had on me. So here we go. So we're going to talk today, again, it's Nicole Kernahan. I'm your coach and your teacher today. We're going to talk about how to finally create a breakthrough in your business, even if you think you've tried everything. And listen to this, without working more hours with more stress. Okay, we're all entrepreneurs here. I'm not trying to claim that you can achieve success without working hard. Success rarely comes without effort. However, it's working differently. It's working smarter and working on you and changing how you operate so that you can create that breakthrough that we're talking about. So let's get started. I want to give you a bold promise today so that you'll stick with me and listen for the next 45 minutes or so. My bold promise today is this: goal achievement isn't a secret. It's a system. It's a process. It's the same system that helped Chris grow his business from $70,000 in sales up to $500,000 in sales and growing. The same system that helped me personally get completely out of my business debt, turn my business around, and really teach entrepreneurs around the world how to do the same. And like I said, while reducing stress and feeling more health and joy in life, right? As entrepreneurs, we often feel misunderstood. We often are working really hard. We're working really hard. I know you guys are working really hard. You wouldn't be here today if you weren't already working really hard. So let's try to make this a unique system. And I'm going to share with you today what I've done and what we use. And if you stay with me till the end, I want to offer you a special gift. I really value your time. I respect that you're busy. So at the end of this class today, I'm going to send you a training article about one simple behavior change that can grow your business today. Okay? If you implement this change, you're going to start to see a shift today. My clients love it. I share it with every one of my clients when we get started, but I'm going to give it to you for free today if you stick with me till the end, okay? So before we start, I'm going to ask you, I'm not sure if many of you guys have read a book by Price Pritchett. It's called U Squared. It's about multiplying your effectiveness. Well, the story at the beginning of this book is about a fly. Okay, can you imagine, just picture for a moment, for a quick second, can you imagine a fly banging up against a glass window, trying hard to break free and break through the glass to get to the outside world? We've all seen it, but we know that that fly cannot try hard enough to break through the glass. Why does it get so locked in and hung up on this one particular route as the best approach? If only that fly took 10 steps back and looked 10 feet away, and there's an open door where it could fly freely outside, and it would be so easy to get out and go reach its goal. So how many times are we in our lives, have you been in your life being like that fly, banging up against the glass wall, trying the same things over and over and over again, hoping to break through? Sometimes we have to step back and look 10 feet away and look for a different approach. So that's my challenge for you today in this class, is to be open-minded, to think a bit differently. We have to think differently. I've been coaching for many years. If you want a different result, we have to do something differently, okay? So that's a great book, by the way. If you haven't got it, it's an incredible book, U Squared by Price Pritchett. It's quite a short read. So how to get the most of this class today? As you're getting started, I would suggest we try to eliminate distractions, to be fully present. If you can turn off Facebook or emails or other things, it also might slow down the system a little bit and the quality of the class. grab a pen and paper. You are welcome to take notes, and I think you're going to want to take notes on these concepts today. And like I said, have an open mind and an open heart. So a little bit about me. I know many of you probably don't know me, or if you do, then great. If you haven't seen me before or you don't know much about me, Nicole Kernahan again. I'm married. That's my husband there, and my little sweet boy. He's about 4 years old right now. And I started my first company about 16 years ago, actually as a student franchise model. It was an incredible learning experience at that time, and it got me dabbling into this concept of entrepreneurship. I actually went to university for business, so I got a degree in business. And then when I graduated from university, I actually worked in the corporate world for over a decade. So I was working, that's me, and that's my actual office building right in Toronto, in downtown Toronto. I'm in Canada, if you haven't caught my tone or anything yet, but that was my actual office building. And I worked there for, like I said, about a decade, and I was doing quite well. I was moving up in the company. I was working in business strategy, in business development, in merchandising and marketing, managing teams, and I actually enjoyed it. I really did have a positive corporate experience. Not everyone enjoys their experiences in corporate, but I really did enjoy it. However, I knew from that first experience as an entrepreneur, as well as growing up with a family of entrepreneurs, I knew that I wanted to be able to control my destiny. I wanted to make a bigger impact on the world and on others, and really be able to have some flexibility in my schedule. So I left the corporate world after those 10 years, and I actually opened a retail business. So that was me the day I got the keys. I was clearly very enthusiastic. I was very excited. I actually ran a health food store, because that is definitely, I believe in holistic health, mind, body, all, completely. But I ran that business for about 3 years. Incredible learning experience. But here's the thing. I'll just tell you, I was struggling, and I had so many unanswered questions about success. On the surface, it appeared as though I was doing well and I was happy, but I couldn't figure it out. I had been so successful in my corporate career. On paper, I had the perfect resume. I understood merchandising and marketing and advertising. I understood inventory management. I understood managing people. I had done a lot of training, read a lot of books, and I was trying everything. I was not just sitting there twiddling my thumbs. But I couldn't get the business to really produce the way that I had thought it should, or that I thought it was possible. And people were telling me, if you can't get it to work, Nicole, no one can. And I kind of believed them, but I didn't really. I wanted to believe them, but I knew it was possible. So I was searching. I was searching for solutions. I was searching for answers. And of course, when you seek, you shall find. So I found some answers. I found some solutions. You want to discover what I learned. You want to hear what I learned. And this is what the key I'm going to talk to you guys about today. I felt like, why doesn't everybody know this? I thought, especially in business, as entrepreneurs, even in corporate, why aren't we taught this? To be successful, we need to know these things that I'm about to share with you. And it dramatically changed my results very quickly when I discovered this. So the concepts that I stumbled upon was Bob Proctor's 55 years of studying success. I'm going to teach you some of the concepts today, some of the critical pieces that affect my results and affect lots of people around the world, the results in their business. But Bob Proctor, if you're not familiar with him, he's been studying and teaching this, like it says on here, for over 55 years. He is world known as one of the top teachers on success, results, personal and professional development. He teaches around the world. He's worked with companies and thousands of companies and individuals to create dramatic shifts in their results. That was him in that black and white photo in the middle when he was a lot younger there with Earl Nightingale and Lloyd Conant, who are some of the founders in the personal and professional development industry. He's written many best-selling books. You may have seen him from the movie The Secret. That's kind of where he became publicly aware back in 2006. But the concepts that he teaches far exceed that one concept that was taught in that movie. Okay, so interesting thing, as I started working with Bob, so I'm going to explain to you a little bit about how it worked there. But when I stumbled into this, it was in a seminar, I was learning these concepts at first. I decided I wanted to jump in and learn more, and I wanted to really be able to incorporate these concepts quickly. When I spoke to them and I talked to the Proctor Gallagher Institute, I said, who is your number one? Who is some of the top people who are teaching and training this material that work with your company? And that's what led me to Tony Child. And Tony Child worked for many years with Bob Proctor and with Proctor Gallagher Institute, and he's since branched off and created his own company as well, Elevated Worldwide. So these are the two companies, and these are the concepts that I'm going to be sharing a little bit with you today, is Bob Proctor and the Proctor Gallagher Institute, and Tony Child and Elevated Worldwide. You don't need to know that just yet, but I'm going to teach you a little bit about the critical learnings from those master teachers. So what are you wondering? You're probably wondering, what happened to my retail business? What happened to my store? Well, I not only went to that seminar where I learned those basic concepts, but I actually decided to work closely with the Proctor Gallagher Institute. I decided to follow their system and follow their process and actually learn how to become a coach. But what I did before I left my retail business, which I ultimately did, I applied these concepts. I applied these principles. I applied this system with myself and my staff and my team. And in the first 6 weeks, we went from a business that had been declining for over a year in sales, that we turned it around to increasing about 20% in about 6 weeks. So it was a dramatic shift from over a year of continuous decline, applying these principles, and I saw a shift very quickly to not only flatten out, but actually go increase in sales. Now, the other thing that it did, this material and these concepts, is it allowed me to have the courage to leave that business and do what I ultimately found my purpose was, which is, so I decided to sell that business and left the store. And I decided to work full-time to coach other entrepreneurs and individuals to transform their results. I had learned this material and I felt like my head came off, and I felt like I was so inspired and empowered to teach others to learn this so that they can transform their lives as well. And again, not just your business, not just your financials, increasing sales and profitability. Of course, a lot of you are here for that reason, but this is your life. It is managing your stress. It is feeling more joy, improving your health. It is, these concepts can be applied to any goals, okay? Any goals in life. And that's really what drove me, was that this was a life-transforming experience. So I want to ponder for one quick second. Just take a second to imagine. Imagine what your life will be like when you multiply your sales this year. It's possible. What will life be like when you reduce your stress and you feel more productive? What will that feel like for your family when you feel less stressed and you're more calm? What will it feel like when you wake up enthused about how the day will be spent, rather than feeling frustrated or stressed or worried? What will it feel like to wake up being enthused about the day? And what will it feel like when you make a breakthrough in your results and really make that breakthrough that you've probably been working towards for a long time and trying a lot of different things? So just ponder for a quick second. I want you guys to really feel this, okay? What will it feel like? What will it feel like when you get there? You have to be able to put your mind in that place to be able to feel what it will feel like for you to really get the value of the concepts I'm about to teach you. So what are people saying? So here's a client example. Chris shared, my company was at about 70,000 in sales, and now we're about to hit $500,000 in sales. This is life-changing. If I knew then what I know now, I would have paid double for it. What would that feel like? What would you feel like? Wouldn't that feel amazing to be able to say, it doesn't matter where your business is right now. What matters here is the transformation from 70,000 to 500,000. If you're already at 500,000, maybe you're going to hit 2 million, whatever your goals are. But the point here is, what would it feel like? Wouldn't it be incredible to be able to say that in the next 6 months, in the next year, that we've been able to make this dramatic shift. Another client shares, this material with the weekly coaching has made such a significant shift in my mindset, stress level, and time management with running my business and coordinating life accountabilities. I feel inspired every coaching session, and I'm taking action in a way I previously wouldn't have, and the results are showing. Isn't that amazing? Also, that is incredible, because this is where, like, imagine what it would feel like for you to be able to say, I feel less stressed, I'm more productive, I'm managing my time and my personal life, and the results are showing. The results in my business are showing. I know that's why we're here, is we want to see those results in our business, but we can't change our business results without changing ourselves, right? Your business is a reflection of you. So just imagine what that would feel like to be able to say that. And then another example, I've dramatically improved my health and energy. I have multiple sclerosis, but have managed my symptoms for over 15 years with these concepts, and I didn't realize how I had done it. Now, being aware of this system, I'm able to apply the system to other areas of business and life. That's by Nicole Kernahan. That's me, actually. I didn't tell you my health story, but I thought I'd throw it in here with a kind of a neat example from one of the stories. That's me. That was me. I did apply this information, this process into my health over 15 years ago, but I didn't know what I had done or how I did it. So I wasn't able to apply it to my business or to other areas of my life. Now that I learned this system, as you saw, I was quickly able to apply it to my business and in other areas of life as well. This is really incredible. It's not just for your business, it's for other areas of life. So, disclaimer, results are not typical. I have to put this disclaimer out there because I want you guys to pay attention to what I'm going to share. I'm going to walk you through the system that we're using to get great results. But please understand that the average person who attends any training, not this specific training, the average person who attends any masterclass or reads books or even goes to an event, the average person gets minimal results. And the reason isn't because of the information, it's because of the application of the information. But I'm happy to share with you for free today exactly what's working for us. It's not a get rich quick or do nothing and expect results training, and I don't think you expect that either. But it is a proven system when it's applied. And I'm going to talk to you about applying it also, okay? So stick with me because I'm going to talk to you about how to apply this system as well to make sure you get those results that I've been talking about right before. So the three secrets we're going to cover today that are going to help you to make that breakthrough in your business while managing your stress. The first one is how to create a goal that you really want, even though you don't know how to achieve it. Okay, we need to get clear on where we're going. What is this goal? What are the goals that you're working towards? And can you create something even though you don't know how to do it yet? The second piece is we need to understand why you're getting the results you're currently getting. And you may be getting some good results, and you may be getting some results that are not so good, and you might just feel stuck. But we need to understand why you are where you are. Because if you don't understand how to create a goal, how to create a proper goal, and understand why you are where you currently are, you can't break free. John Maxwell, another professional leadership coach you may have heard, he's got some great books. The 15 Invaluable Laws of Growth is incredible. But John Maxwell shares, if you don't know these two things, you are liable to get lost. So we have to know these two things, okay? Number one, how to create a big goal. Number two, understand why you're getting the results you're currently getting. And then number three, of course, is how to get there, how to create a breakthrough, even if you think you've tried everything. So I'm going to show it to you in a little bit of a different view because this visual sometimes helps to resonate with people. But these are the things we're going to cover. So like I said, let's say this green circle over here, that is your goal. That's where you're going. This blue circle over here is where you currently are. Those are your current results. And then the process in between is how to get there, how to get from where you are to where you want to go. This might sound basic, but I promise you this is not your average explanation. So number one, how to create a goal. So this is interesting. Believe it or not, 9 out of 10 people that I ask this to do not have a clearly defined written goal for their business, and definitely even less for their life. But this is the first step. It's missed by the majority of people. Check out this quote from Will Smith. Being realistic is the most common path to mediocrity. We're not going to be realistic today, okay? So I talked to you about that fly banging up against the wall. We're going to take a step back and think a little bit differently about your goals. So there's 3 types of goals, okay? The first type of goal is an A-type goal, and that's something that you know how to do or you've already done, okay? So you've already done it. If you have a car that you purchased in the past and you want to purchase a new car, you know how to do it. In fact, that happened to me. I recently got a new car, and it was a goal, but we'll call it almost like a task because it's something you know how to do if you've already done it before, or you're really aware of how to do it. Now, there may be an example of a big stretch if you're dramatically jumping into quality of the car, but it's still something you've done before. A B-type goal is the second type of goal, and that is something that you think you know how to do. So if this happens and this happens, if think about your business for this example, okay? So a B-type goal, if when these sales happen from this marketing campaign, if I manage to save costs in this area, when the kids go back to school and I have more time to work on my business, whatever it is, a B-type goal is something you think you know how to do. You haven't done it before, but you can logically connect the dots. Okay, a B-type goal is dangerous. It's dangerous. It's where most people cap. Most people's minds can't go beyond the type of goal that I think I know how to do. I have to be able to create a plan. How can I write a goal down if I don't have a plan, if I don't know how to achieve it? So this might be counter to what you've been taught before about SMART goals. If you know that acronym, we're just going to put that aside for now. There will be some A and B type goals on your journey as an entrepreneur, okay? You will have some of these things that you'll be working towards, but they are just a stepping stone. They're base camp goals. They're not the true goals. They're not the types of goals that motivate you. They're not the types of goals that get you excited in the morning. They're not the types of goals that keep you going when you fall down, and you're gonna fall down. Okay, so we have to be aware that these are the types of goals that are a bit dangerous, and they're a base camp. The type of goal that I really want to encourage you to go after today is a C-type goal. A C-type goal is something you've never done before, but it's what you really want. It's what you really want for your business, for your personal life, for your health. If you're maybe in your business, you want to quadruple your sales. Maybe you want to expand globally, but you have no idea how. Maybe you want to close that business and open a different business. There may be, the C-type goal has got to be a stretch, and it's going to be very unique to each individual because we're all at different places in our business, in our life, but it's got to be something that you really, really want. And it's not based on logic, okay? I typically take some time to work through this with people, but today I want you to ponder these thoughts. Hopefully you've written it down, A, B, and C, and spend some time thinking about what your C-type goal is. It's really going to require you to stretch. So here's what might be happening to you right now, or in about an hour, in about a day after we hang up from this class. You're going to probably have some of this pushback, okay? When you reflect on your C-type goal and you said something big and dramatic and you want to move across the country or to another country, whatever you said for your C-type goal, 1 or 2 things, you might have these thoughts. Oh, I don't know how to do that. That's silly. Oh, definitely can't do that. I don't have the money. I don't have the time. I don't have the education. It's not possible. I can't believe I was even thinking that. What was Nicole saying? It's not possible. It's not realistic. What will others think? What will my family think? What will my friends think? What will my peers think? And I'm not good enough. What if I'm not good enough? So these are just a few examples of the thoughts that might come into your mind as you're trying to create this bigger vision for your life and for your business, okay? It is common. The most successful people also have these thoughts. We're not immune to these thoughts. They come in. We're just aware of how to release them and how to move through them and how to move past them, okay? So these thoughts, hold it for a second because this is going to go right into secret number 2. So secret number 2 is understanding why you're getting the results you're currently getting. So, like I said, The green circle, where you're going, your goals. So we figured that out. You got a C-type goal. Now you're thinking, if it's so simple and it's so obvious, that's where I want to go. That's my goal. Then why are so many people stuck? Why are so many people stuck in their business? Why do we hit a plateau? Even when we're working hard and we're trying many things and we're reading books and taking courses and very intelligent in life and business, but why are so many people stuck? Well, it's called one word, one summary is all around your paradigm. You may have heard the word paradigms. You may have got different definitions of it. I'm going to explain it to you today the way my mentors teach it. Bob Proctor, I'll share the way he's taught it. But it is really critical to know that your paradigms hold you like a tree trunk glued deep right where you are. Your results in your business are a reflection of your thoughts. Not your conscious thoughts, but your subconscious, deep-rooted thoughts and beliefs, and your actions, your behaviors are on autopilot. Okay, I'm going to explain this to you. So guys, stick with me. It's going to take a few minutes to explain these concepts, so it'll make a lot more sense to you, and you'll be able to understand how it works and how you can change it. So what are paradigms? What is a paradigm? So I'll give you an example, but I think that this girl in a box is a good analogy. It is the box that you live in. It is the way that you see the world, the way that all of your training and knowledge and experience, everything that you've learned up until now, all of your beliefs, all of your habits, all of your fears. How many times have you thought of an idea, but then you didn't do it? You be like, oh, never mind, that's kind of crazy, that's a bit dangerous, maybe I shouldn't do that. It is, and the other thing is, it's actually a lot of these thoughts and beliefs and habits, all that thought, all of these things, a lot of them are created and passed down from your parents, from people who raised you, from teachers, from life experiences. They're not yours. They've been passed down by generation to generation. You know, if your parents went to university or college, then you maybe were more likely to do that. If you're a family of entrepreneurs, you're more likely to see that as normal. You're more likely to see that as possible. We have these beliefs and these habits and this lens in which we see the world, and it's on autopilot, okay? And it's been passed down from generation to generation. So in order to explain this to you better and for you to really resonate with this, I want you to take a look at this funny little stick person. This is honestly the most valuable thing I have ever learned. I know it looks funny because it's a stick person. But this was created by a doctor, a chiropractic doctor actually, in 1934, Dr. Thurmanfleet. And he was in the healing arts. And he was trying to help people to change their results and realized that in order to change our results, we need to change our mind. But no one has ever seen the mind. If I asked you, where is your mind? You might point at your head, or sometimes people point at their heart. Just one second. But your mind is in every cell of your body. Your mind is in your fingernail no more than it is in your elbow. Your mind is in every cell of your body. And in order to change the mind, we need to see a picture. People think in pictures. When you're thinking about the best case scenario in your business, you're seeing a picture. You have a vision. When you're thinking of the worst case scenario in your business, you have a picture. You have a picture of, oh my goodness, what if we can't pay the bills? Oh my goodness, what if sales don't increase? What if I get stuck here? What if I'm not able to create that time flexibility that I wanted? You have pictures that are being created on the frame of your mind when you're thinking about any thoughts that really come to mind. So the reason for this visual depiction is literally just to have a visual representation of the mind, okay? So that top circle we're going to call the mind, the bottom circle of the body. Your body produces actions, your actions produce your results. When you break that top circle, your mind, into two parts, your conscious mind and your subconscious mind. You must absorb and learn what I'm saying right now in order to make a dramatic shift in your business. To create a breakthrough, you must understand what I'm about to explain to you. So if you wandered off for a second, come back in and join us. So your conscious mind only represents about 5% of your results. Your subconscious mind controls about 95% of your actions and your results. Your conscious mind is what you can see, hear, smell, taste, and touch. When you look at the bank account and your balance sheet, when you look at the competitors in your marketplace, when you learn about new marketing strategies and new advertising strategies, all that information that you're learning, that you're seeing, that is all in your conscious mind. Even new ideas, even when you come up with new ideas, right? Like I said, how many times have you come up with ideas or had a thought of something that would be neat or that might be really big, but then you didn't act on it? Those are all conscious. Conscious mind controls 5%. That's your logical mind. Your subconscious mind, that is your deep-rooted beliefs, your self-image, all of your habits and behaviors, and that controls about 95% of your results. That is where your paradigm lies. Okay, this is why it's so important to understand our paradigm, because it's controlling 95% of your results, as well as your team. If you have staff, if you have team, if you have peers, it's in everyone. So it is really valuable to learn this and be able to share with others. Okay, and another way to look at it is that your conscious mind is your thinking mind, right? Like I mentioned, your logic, that's your thinking mind. Your subconscious mind is your feeling mind. So if you want to know what is in your paradigm right now, take a note of how you're feeling. On a daily basis, are you feeling stressed, anxious, fear, worry, and doubt? Or are you feeling excited, motivated, empowered, inspired? Your feeling, the way you're feeling is a reflection of your paradigm, and it will control your actions and your results that you're getting. One other way, of course, to look at your conscious and subconscious mind is the knowing-doing gap. Knowing does not control the doing. A great example with health, and anyone who's tried a new diet or wants to go on a new diet or wants to lose weight, you might know how to do it. You might not, but you probably have some idea that, fruits and vegetables and exercise are probably good for me, and donuts and sitting and watching 3 hours of TV are probably not good for me. So you have some knowledge of the basics, but how often do we do it? There is a gap between what we know and what we do. And the only way to change our behavior is to deposit the knowledge into your paradigm. If you can see my hands, I'm putting this downward motion. We have to deposit the conscious knowledge into your subconscious. We have to change your paradigm. Because what happens is we try to study more, we learn more business ideas, we learn more concepts, we read more books, we take more trainings. But this is what happens. We get superior knowledge. We learn a lot. And then we get inferior results because we haven't changed our paradigm. And now we're confused and frustrated because we know more, but we're not doing better. And that leaves us feeling confused and frustrated. And of course, what happens when you're feeling discouraged or confused and frustrated? That leads to lower and lower and a spiraling into more and more negative results. So let's stop that cycle. If you want a new result, you need a new paradigm. End of story. I'm going to teach you how. Are you guys enjoying this masterclass so far? Okay, take a pause. I hope you're enjoying this. I know it's a lot of content. Kind of gonna feel like you're sucking through the fire hose right here. Hopefully it's resonating. So number 3, how to create a breakthrough, even if you think you've tried everything. How to change your paradigm. So, how do I change my paradigms? If you want to change your paradigm, the very first thing you need to do is you need to make a decision. You need to make a committed decision to say, this is the year. This is the year. I'm not going back. I'm only going forward. This is the year I'm going to commit to making a breakthrough. I'm going to commit to getting that time back with my family. If you're working 80 hours a week, guys, that's not, that's admirable by your commitment level to your work. But if you have a desire to spend some time with, you have values in your family or in other areas of life, you have to make a decision. You have to make a decision. You are able, you have to be willing. You are able, no matter what it is that you said in that C-type goal, you're able, even if you don't know how. Your potential and your ability isn't the question. It's just that you perhaps haven't learned how to do it yet. So you have to make a decision. And here's the thing, you have to make the decision again tomorrow and the next day and the next day and the next day and in a week from now and a month from now when it gets hard. You have to make committed decisions. So Bob Proctor shares that you need to decide right where you are with whatever you have got. You won't have the right circumstances. You won't have the right amount of time, the right amount of money. it doesn't exist. I've been teaching this for years. You won't have the perfect circumstances, so you have to decide with whatever you've got that I'm going to put my foot down and it's going to stop here, and I'm going to make that committed decision to make a change. Okay? Now, here are the 4 keys to changing your paradigm. So now you've made a decision. I'm ready to do this. I'm ready to change. There are 4 key components. This is really, really critical, and it is not taught and it's often missed. If you miss any one of these 4 steps, you're not going to make that breakthrough. You have to follow all 4 of these steps. As you can tell, I get very passionate about this. The first one is content. So you do need to learn more. You know, I talked about the conscious and subconscious mind and learning more in books and information. You do need information. You need to understand how to change and how to create results. You do need information, but as you know, if it just stays up there in the conscious mind, it's only going to have about a 5% or less, impact. So you need the content. You need the right success material. We are in an abundance of information. We are in the information world. There's books, there's internet, there's trainings and courses. There is so much information out there. So streamlining it into very specifically, what is the key information that I need to learn to grow my business? So being specific about the content that you're taking in. I love books. I read a lot of books. I find them incredibly valuable, but they're always in addition to some of the critical basic concepts. And if I do learn more books, I have to apply the other 3 steps to if I really want to expect to get a big result from that learning. The second one is your process, is you have to follow a daily process. Going to an event one time isn't going to change your results in your business dramatically for the most part. In a few cases, I love events also, I'm not discounting events, but it's the daily process that's going to change your results, is having a specific process on a daily basis of how am I applying and implementing what I'm learning. The third piece is coaching. Have a coach. You need a coach. You can't see your own blind spots. Your mind only caps at where your current level of awareness is. Every successful person has usually multiple coaches. I usually have 2 or 3 coaches at any given time for perhaps different areas, but really, really important to rely on someone else who has proven through results that they know how to do it and they know what they're doing, and leverage their expertise and allow them to help you. The 4th step is a mastermind. And when I say a mastermind, I'm referring to a group of other success-minded entrepreneurs who are working towards a similar place, right? And I'm going to share a concept about that in a second. So these are the 4 key things you need to know. I'm going to go through them really quickly. Like I said, the first one is proven success content. Narrowing down specifically the key concepts that are going to help you to grow your business, and really focusing on deeply learning and studying them. Don't just read it once. Reading a book once is unlikely to transform your business. You have to study that material. The second one, this is again John Maxwell quote. I love this. He's a leadership, very well-known leadership expert. But if you want to be inspired, you'll attend an event. Right now, this is an event, and I hope you're inspired. I hope you feel inspired and you believe that this can help you. But if you really want to improve, you have to follow the process. And that was the second thing I said. We have to follow a process and stick to it. Like anything, like a diet, like a health and fitness plan. If you eat salad once a month, it's not going to change your health. If you eat salad every day, you're probably going to see some shifts there. Okay, we have to follow a process. The third one is coaching. Did you know that studies show that on average, training on its own, I would say this is best case scenario, but training on its own could create potentially a 22% growth in your results. That is amazing, to be honest. And that's really if you're trying to apply the training by itself, if you're actually applying it. If you don't apply it, of course, you don't get any growth. But if you're consciously, and like many of you probably are, you're probably go-getters, you're probably trying to apply some of this training, you have the potential to create a 22% growth. But training combined with personal coaching, now it leads to an average of about 89% or more growth in your results. It is so valuable. I couldn't if you might already have some coaches, you may have had some in the past. When you have a coach now following a process and a system of the content, you're putting it all together. But I didn't quite grasp the value of a coach until I had one, until I saw how people could catch me and catch things and catch my thoughts and catch my actions and hold me accountable and say, do what you said you're going to do, Nicole. But this coaching, and Tony Child is my primary coaches for many years at the beginning, especially, and still today. We work closely together, but really created a dramatic shift in my abilities, in my results. And then the last one is this idea of your mastermind. So I want to ask you to take a moment to think about, who are the 5 people that you currently spend the most time with? Who are the 5 people, aside from young children perhaps, but like the 5 adults, who are the 5 adults that you spend the most time with? Because if you haven't heard this before, you may have, but you are the sum total of the 5 people you spend the most time with. Your paradigm, your habits, your habitual thoughts, what you think is possible or not possible, or realistic or not realistic, or logical or good or bad or right or wrong. Your thoughts, your habitual way of being is the sum total of the 5 people you spend the most time with. And guess who you go to when you want to get some feedback and some ideas and suggestions? And do you think it's a good idea? You're going to go to the people who you surround yourself with, but they're just like you. They may be well-intended, but they're going to hold you back. If you really want to get to your goal, you're going to go there in your mind and say, when I'm over here, who would I be surrounded with? Who are the types of people that I'd be asking for feedback from? Who are the types of mentors, coaches, other entrepreneurs, friends? You know, it might mean you have to let go of some things that are holding you back. I'm not saying you might let go of your family, but you're going to have to change your circle if you want to become the person that you're meant to become, okay? So I really want to emphasize this concept of the people you spend the most time with, because they are creating and holding you in your current paradigm. And as you know, you have to change your paradigm if you want to change your results. So we're almost done here. Thanks for sticking with me, guys. A quick recap today. The 3 things we covered was, first, how to create a goal that you really want, your C-type goal, even though you don't know how to achieve it yet. We will find out how. The second is understanding why you're getting the results you're currently getting. And that lies in your subconscious mind, in understanding your paradigm, your habits, your beliefs, your fears, your self-image, your all of your knowledge that has currently been deposited into your subconscious mind. And then the third is how to create a breakthrough, even if you think you've tried everything. You haven't tried everything. You haven't. If you say you've tried everything, then you're lying. You haven't. If you've tried everything, then you would have what you want. We have never tried everything until we find out what works. We just keep trying until we find out what works. But the system and the process that I shared with those 4 steps is to help you get there a whole lot faster. You don't have to do it alone. In fact, you can't do it alone. You can't do it alone. Oprah shares, we're not big enough. She's not big enough. Tony Robbins isn't big enough. We're not big enough to do it alone. We're not good enough to do it alone. Good enough, maybe not the right term, but we need to surround ourselves with people and processes to help us create those breakthroughs. Okay, so I really hope this has been valuable to you guys. I want to ask you a question. Do any of you feel like this right now? Are you like excited? This is like you're feeling a bit overwhelmed, a bit scared, but a lot of information. You want to move forward. You're ready to go, but you're also scared. This tug of war going on inside of you, right? Just like this girl, I'm ready to go. I want to cross that bridge, but it's a little bit scary. Well, I understand. I was there as well. So I'm going to offer you guys, if there is a way that to continue learning this information, to change your paradigms, would you like to learn how to connect with us? Okay, I hope you've learned a lot in this fast 45 minutes, but to be honest, it's not possible in less than an hour to teach you everything you need to know to be able to make that change, right? So it would be okay if I take a moment right now to share with you how you could connect with us. It may or may not be a fit, but I'm going to share with you what it is that we do and quickly how you can connect with us. Would that be okay? Some of you are here. Some of you will want to learn this. I know. So I'm going to offer you, and myself and my team are actually going to be available for the next few days to offer you a free discovery call. And this is literally what it is. We want to discover a little bit about you, your goals, what may be holding you back. We can explain our programs and a bit about our process, and then we can just see if there is a fit, then we can take the next step from there, okay? We do have a limited number of clients we take on each year, and if it is a fit, then I would love nothing more than to be able to help make that breakthrough for you, help you to achieve those dramatic changes in your business as well as in your life. But if it's not the right fit for you, then that's okay as well. And I will say that those of you who really want to make a big change and who are ready to take action to make a big change, then this might be the time. When would be a better time than now to really make that change this year? So I'm going to give you, like I said, I'm going to share really quickly the paradigm shifting system we use. So we use a few different programs, okay? So that's why we really want to chat with you, learn about you, learn about whether there's a fit. There's a few different programs we use, but we use the same system every single time. Success content, I talked about having the right content, the right information of teaching you how to change your actions, your thoughts, your beliefs, your self-image, your fears, your results, how to change. The second one is that daily process. So we have daily process. What I'm going to tell you and teach you what to do every day to be able to change your paradigm and to change your results. You have to follow this daily process that I'll teach you. The third one is weekly coaching. So every single week we get on a coaching call together, usually by webinar, but every single week we work together and we'll learn about what's holding you back, hold you accountable so that you, again, accountability is like a success insurance policy, okay? You have to be held accountable to do what you said you're gonna do. And then the fourth is I'm a connector. So me and my team, but we connect you with other like-minded entrepreneurs who are on this same journey. So those 5 people you surround yourself with, a lot of my clients become lifelong friends. It's really incredible what you can learn from each other as well, okay? So we've got a few different programs that we go through and that we on different offers and different payment plans. So we would love to chat with you and see if there's a fit and if we can help you to really achieve those big dreams and goals. So I want to share one last concept with you today, and it is this, the law of diminishing intent. So your intent right now, after hearing this class, after everything you've learned, after thinking about your big C goal, about saying I am able and I am willing, your intent might be really high. And that was me. That was me the first time I learned this. I was like, oh my goodness, I am so excited. It is possible and I'm going to do it. And your intent is really high when you first discover this and when you first learn this. But this is what happens in about literally an hour, 6 hours, 24 hours, 36 hours. In a fairly short period of time, your paradigms pull you back. Those things I talked about earlier, oh, I can't, oh, I'm not able, I'm not logical, I don't have the time, I don't have the money, I don't know how, what was I thinking? It is possible. It's your paradigm that is telling you that you think it's not possible, but your paradigm pulls you back and it says, let's just stay here in this comfort zone. This is really familiar, it's comfortable, I understand this, I may not be happy, I may not like it, but it's okay. Your paradigm's gonna pull you back, okay? I'm not asking you to do anything too dramatic right now, but just to say, if you feel inspired and you feel like this might be a fit for you, to book your call. Book your call today. Don't wait. Well, our time slots may run out, but regardless, just make sure that you do take action while you're in high intent. And I will teach you this. This is something that we teach actually to clients as well, is understanding how to take action when you're in that state and not waiting until all your fear, worry, and doubt creeps in and pulls you back from taking action, okay? This applies to any area of life, not just this phone call today. Okay, now for those of you who are still with us, yay, congratulations, since you stayed until the end. Like I said at the beginning, for those of you who stick with me, I'm gonna be sharing with you an article that I share with all of my executive clients, and it's a decision called Decision by Bob Proctor, and it is going to teach you literally this one mental move that if you make this move, you make this change in a millisecond, can have enormous improvement in your results. It can change your business and it can change your life. The successful people have the ability to make committed decisions quickly and stick to them and change them slowly if at all. And they make decisions with what they have now, with incomplete information. Analysis paralysis holds people right where they are and keeps you stuck. So I'm going to be sending you guys all who stayed on till the end, I'm going to be sending you this article. My clients often read it. I give you a secret tip as well. Read it every day for 30 days. That sounds counterintuitive. That sounds a bit ridiculous. You might be thinking, what? If I read it once, I will learn it. No, you're not going to change your paradigm if you read it once. That's only going to go in your conscious mind. We've talked about this. So if you really want to change and learn what this particular key success principle is teaching, read it over and over and over and over and over again. Even if you read a portion of it every day, it's about 6 pages long, I think. I could recite part of it. I've read it so many times. But just make sure you read it over and over and over again if you really want to get the full value from that free gift today. Okay? So I'll leave you with this last thought. What will it feel like? What will it feel like when you get to become who you want to become and who you deserve and who you are inside? What will it feel like when you get to do what you want to do so that you can have what you want to have, but most importantly, so that you can give what you want to give? A lot of us can't even think about the potential of how much we could give of time and money and joy and love, whatever. We often can't even think about that because we're just getting by. We're just getting through the basics. When you become what you want to become, do what you want to do, have what you want to have, you can give. You can give in abundance, okay? So thank you so much. I really hope this has been inspiring and that you believe in yourself and you believe that it's possible for you. And we would love to be able to help you if it's the right fit, okay? Have a wonderful day, and we'll hope to talk to you soon.